6:55. As I mentioned, he represents the 17th District, City of Kenosha. Alderman David Bogdala joins us now. David, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Lawrence. How are you this last beautiful day of fall?
We were talking about this earlier, and it's I'm pretty certain it's going to be the last nice day for a very long time. So get out and soak it in. Open your eyes and breathe it in, as we like to say here. Anyway, let's get down to the stuff we call the business, because that's what it is. The 2023 budget, we're going to talk about the creation of a parks director position. Now, you have to tell me about this. I thought we already had a parks director. David, am I confused here? What's going on?
Yeah, we had a park superintendent, which is a little lower classification of that. Going back, probably when I first started back in 2008, way back in the day, there was a parks director position, and we had a parks director. It was a parks professional. It was somebody that had that industry, that had that background. That gentleman retired. And again, you kind of go back to that 2009, 2010 timeframe when the economy was really in a tailspin. The city was in a position where we were hurting, and we made the decision to actually combine that position, take it from parks being its own separate department, and merging it with the public works department, and then utilizing a position that they already had, and then created a park superintendent. It was a cost-saving measure back at the time, which I still think was the right thing to do, given the time and given what we were looking at. But I think it's time now, when you look at all of the parks that we have, and you look at, what kind of person we really need, and that's really look ahead and do the right kind of planning and things for that. We actually need something we need to have. So now we're undoing what we did probably 10 years ago and creating and moving parks back into its own separate place. And then we'll be looking and searching for a parks director, a parks professional to really run that department.
Well, I think it kind of gets a little more laser focused as far as making sure that the parks are up to speed and everything. You look what they've done with the county parks, and man, it's been spectacular. I'd like to see that same kind of thing with city parks as well. Yeah,
it's really one of the things that kind of flies under the radar. The city of Kenosha has so many parks and such a great parks all around, but it has, to your point, we haven't really had a laser focus, and we made some improvements in a lot of different areas, but I think it's time that we really reinvest and focus on those, because they really are a jewel, and we just need to make sure that we're putting enough effort, and we've got the right people and professionals that know how to do that.
All right, let's talk about 60th Street. A lot going on there, but it's opening up now, David.
Yeah, 60th Street's been sort of a burr on this side. With all the construction that's happening with the state, things we've been doing, and then the county has 60th Street really from Green Bay Road, really all the way out to 128th Avenue. And they've been working on the section from the railroad tracks to 94th Court. It's taken a lot longer than really it should have been. I've been kind of pushing them, and they just finally announced yesterday that they are going to be opening up 60th Street from the railroad tracks to 94th Court. It's widened for 4 lanes, and then there's also the off-street bike lane on the north side of 60th Street that will be opened up, and that's going to be a great piece of that. That's scheduled to be open on or before November 15th. So next week, 60th Street will be back open, and that's going to come as a big help to a lot of people, including a lot of the kids in my district who travel to Indian Trail or Mahone Middle School during the day, and I'm sure that the parents are very happy as well.
It's going to ease a little bit of that burden. And in 6 or 7 years, when Highway 50 gets done, that'll be it's coming along. It's getting there. He represents the 17th District, City of Kenosha. He is Alderman David Bogdala. Well, we are fully ensconced into the hot stove league, or is it the lukewarm stove? But regardless of the